123 First Nations gathering earlier today, worried about the future of salmon in BC. The fish represent an integral piece of their culture and history.
It brings us together as families, sitting around tables or in smokehouses, talking to each other, talking about our culture, reinforcing who we are and how we're all interconnected to each other, to the salmon, to the environment, to the habitat.
The leaders say recent documents from Fisheries and Oceans Canada have them concerned the government may be pulling back on protecting salmon, approving 3 fish farm expansion projects between the years of 2019 and 2022.
Fish farms are certainly one of those biggest stressors and impacts that must be dealt with.
The closing of the farms has been a major issue of debate for years, with the majority of First Nations, as well as many scientists and environmental groups, saying the pens are linked to the transfer of disease to salmon, while the industry says close to 5,000 people rely on the farms for jobs.
Create employment across the province where we see reconciliation occur with the vast majority of First Nations. We see very clear environmental benefits, but most importantly, we get to see a sustained, focused effort to rehabilitate wild salmon.
And it's not just the Indigenous community who are concerned. The tourism industry also speaking out against open net pen fish farms.
If salmon were to disappear, the supernatural British Columbia brand and the tourism industry would crumble.
The First Nations leaders say government has failed to maintain salmon stocks. They're demanding not only the closure of open net salmon farms, but also for the Prime Minister to follow through on his promise to transition open net cage fish farms to land-based closed containment fish farming by 2025. We've reached out to the DFO for comment, but have not heard back in time for broadcast. Yasmin Gandham, CBC News, Vancouver.